bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington.
The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You go tight. You go tight. You go
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. And great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to know where to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20.
Is that it?
And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Seahawks.
And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On first down, they'll start out with Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. Steps away to his left. And a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now a handoff working right. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Hey, hey. One set. Check, right. Gun. 54. Wild Bill.
From the 41, Wilson, his throw incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
10 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Touchdown.
O.J. Howard. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Bradley, so all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Now Wilson, rolling to his left. Caught, the tight end Walford. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there. Right
Alert, alert, alert.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. You can't block me. You can't block me. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
to Tyler Lockett. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd.
These 2 teams all tied after 1.
That's the end of the 1st quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
12. Here we go, D. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat.
Right there, 54. Right there, right there. 54, Mike. Watch QB. Alert. QB drop.
Hey, watch set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the slant.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
14, 14, got it. Still got 4 down. Mike 54.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Bang out, bam. Alert. Mike 5-4. Watch the run. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Check. Go. Check, Mike 54, Mike 54. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Buccaneers 7. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And this one's incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
What you got, baby? Give me some.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To Evans on the slant. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Buccaneers.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
21. Buccaneers 14. Bradley Pinion, the kick.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
It's 2nd and...
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 27, Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
Complete to number 2. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
9-yard line.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Hey, alert.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, watch the screen.
Check. Gun.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Here we go.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Tyler Lockett. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll look to throw here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On second down, it's Mack, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Out of the gun now on third down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it's Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, here's Zigbo. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the run.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He completes this one to Mack. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Casey Hayward. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And a hit this time to the tailback. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
By Shaq Barrett.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
2nd and 10 at the 9-yard line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Switch up, switch up. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slide.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's at the 50. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 33. It's a big play there for Seattle. 58 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Ooh, Lord have
And it's
mercy.
a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
The kicker on.
That's tough there. Starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Extra point splits the uprights. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
To the running back. Antoine Winfield on the tackle. A gain of 9.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Touch 50. Let's get in there now. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Wilson now to throw on third down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
7-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Being chased out left. Airing this one out for... And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 45 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second and 4. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Mack. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone to some.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Devin Singletary, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
28 all. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
54, right there, 54 miles.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And that is incomplete. The surprise second-round pick, Sean Bunning, there to get a hand in.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. He's going to fire one, deep left up, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. run with Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go right back to Mack. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll run it. It's Mack. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal's from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Buccaneers, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the